everybody, welcome to another scintillating episode of Girl Talk Algarve. So today we're going to talk to you about cosmetic surgery, Botox, fillers, false nails, eyelashes, you name it, anything and everything to enhance your gorgeous looks. So tell us what you've had done, what you would like to have done, what you're scared of having done, and how far would you go? You know, would you have a full facelift? I think I'd be too scared. Or are you going to stick to your false nails? What did the average person do? How much do we spend on it? So all these questions we're going to try and answer for you today, based on our own sort of experiences. So here we go. Leslie, would you like to start, darling?
I can start off because I'm the most boring person when it comes to having anything done.
See, that's why she's so beautiful naturally, aren't you, darling?
Oh, gosh, yeah, okay. And lots of makeup. No, okay, so I've never had anything done, any cosmetics, procedure, anything. The only thing that I've just started to have done is my nails.
Right.
I played netball for, most of my life actually, back in the UK, and I couldn't have any nails. No. So I've only just started the last few months to have nails, and I do get a colour on my hair every couple of months, and that is it. Oh, and a bit of fake tan because I'm always indoors working. Yeah. So I put a little bit of fake tan on, and that's it.
Do you have a pedicure or anything?
No, occasionally, but I tend to do that myself because I've not got enough time to go and sit and have a pedicure. That's my life. But so for me, I don't know. I'm never going to say never.
Yeah.
But I think for me, my financial budget, I'm preferring to spend it on,
wine.
on other things.
Wine.
But if you had the money, would you then do it?
That's why I say never. So my mum was a prime example, and I kind of followed my mum and my grandmother. My mum died about 20 years ago now, and all she ever had done was go to the hairdressers once a week for a wash and blow dry, and that's kind of that generation what
shampoo
they did,
and set
wasn't
type
it?
Thing,
bit of a shampoo and set, but she always had her makeup on every day, her clothes were always immaculate, and she'd have a matching handbag and shoes, and her eyes used to glisten every day. She would make sure her hair was lovely, and I've just kind of followed my mother and my grandmother, really. So it's not been installed into me to have anything done. I have friends that have had lots of different procedures, but for me, it's not for me right now. But I'm definitely never say never.
No. And if you did something, do you know what would be top of your list?
Yeah, I'd like to get my eyes sorted out because
what like an eyelid lift?
Yeah, well, I call them, I've got far too many laughter lines,
girls,
okay?
You do smile a lot.
Okay, so that's a good thing, right, that we've got laughter lines. But then when I look at some photographs of myself and I think, wow, there's way too many of them. So do I stop laughing?
So when you do that, you've got quite a few...
Yeah. I have. She's
That's
right.
what friends are for.
Yeah, right. Would you ever have anything done about that?
Yes, possibly. Or do I start just growing a fringe?
Grow a fringe. It's less painful.
Go a fringe, that's easier. Because my concern is when you start having procedures done, then, you get a bit carried away. And then I see it a lot in the Algarve.
No names, but that lady we saw last week when we were in the marina.
Yes, exactly.
And
I'm sure she's a lovely lady.
Do you know what? My heart went out to her because I thought, surely one of her friends, she was with a big group of girls, you'd have thought one of her friends would have said, look, come on, love, you're going a bit too far. My friends would say that to me. We've got one in particular who wouldn't have, Rachel, she's horrible.
Yeah.
But our friends would tell us.
Yeah.
But this girl, she had fillers in her cheeks, so much so that her skin was sort of smooth and bulgy, and her eyes were half shut because she had so much fillers. Her lips looked ridiculous; they were huge.
But there is actually a lot of people getting addicted. To have done cosmetic surgery or fillers or Botox for that matter.
It's terrible.
And it's like your boobs, once you make them, they become bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't even realize that they are completely out of proportion.
It's the pain. Right. The pain would stop me. I'm a bit of a wuss.
I went to the airport in Faro to pick up my son from the airport about 3-4 years ago now, and there was a girl walking through into arrivals, and her lips arrived before she did. No word of a lie. I thought, some lips arriving. Where's the rest of it? I'm not kidding you. They were out here.
they
So
look
she's obviously
terrible.
had them done, especially for holidays. And for perhaps meeting boys and kissing boys. She thought, well, get my lips as massive as I can, you know. But she looked ridiculous. I'm sorry for ladies that do have it done.
I've had my lips done. The last
But
time
you
I
can't
had it,
tell, can you?
but the last
They're
time
not
I
no
had it
good.
done was in November last year, the end of November. So, that's 11 months ago.
Yeah.
And I only have a little bit in the top and a little bit in the bottom. And then I have the nasolines done. So it's 2 millilitres of filler for that's it. And that's all I've had done. And probably when we go back to England in November, I'll have some more. But
I mean, I'd like to
little
think
bit,
that I could have that.
But it does really hurt.
Oh well, no. So why would you?
So
put
I only have a
yourself
little
through
bit.
pain?
because it does make you feel better afterwards.
Yes.
And it does last me such a long time. And I only have a tiny bit.
And I think my opinion on it is, if it makes you feel happier and gives you some encouragement or some self-confidence for people, then I think everybody should do whatever they want to do if it makes them feel better, for sure. Because you don't really have anything. Do you?
No, I've done nothing. That's true. No, but I am very much into all the natural stuff, ain't I? Regardless if it's juicing or it's yoga or it's acupuncture. I do acupuncture, and I have had cosmetic acupuncture, which is rather new, actually, a new treatment. And you put needles in your face, and it rejuvenates your skin. It takes away wrinkles. It tightens up. It improves the collagen
for a
production.
game of soldiers.
I think I prefer that because that's less painful than having anything injected, is it? To do that?
I mean, you do put needles in your face, so you can feel it, but it's a pinch and then it's gone because you penetrate the skin. So I mean,
So how does it work though? I mean, I can see how fillers work because obviously they're plumping you up, but how does that work?
It actually boosts the body, boosts itself, so it improves your collagen production in the body. Yes, and we put needles. I mean, in the face you have the zones of all of the body, all the organs, like you have with the reflexology under the foot.
Yeah.
So we do put needles in the organs like the liver and the kidneys and the lungs, and this improves the complete balance of the body. And the skin is our biggest organ.
Yeah.
So when the body is balanced, the skin is balanced as well. And you can always tell on people's skin if they're not feeling good. Makeup can hide a lot, but I mean, if you really look at it, you can see
I
it.
think that's great.
So that's the
I think
way.
personally, I prefer to have a go at that.
Yeah.
Than having bigger needles.
Well, no, it's literally one injection there, one injection there, one there, one there. So it's 4 injections, and of course you've got all the numbing cream on, and you don't. I am a bit of a puff, so I do.
I mean, you
feel
do look fab, Dawn. To be honest, you
that's
do
because
look fab.
I'm fat and I've got lots of collagen.
Because that's the problem, isn't it? Either we losing the collagen.
Yes,
as we get
absolutely.
Older. Okay.
And I mean, we even do that. It starts when we are about 30.
Okay.
You know, so already there we start, because we produce collagen ourselves in our body.
But people
all the time.
kill the collagen in their bodies by smoking.
Yes.
And drinking.
Yes.
I've never ever smoked in my life. I've never even tried it. I've done lots of other things. But,
That's another show, by the way.
my children are watching. Hi kids. So yeah, I've never smoked, so I think that makes a big difference.
That burns your collagen, I mean,
rapidly.
Three times as quick as it would otherwise. I smoked for 25 years, 2 packs a day. I was a heavy smoker.
Wow.
I think I got away with it in a way. I do have the wrinkles around the mouth.
The lips,
I did, exactly. And I did that in a vain moment. I did actually put fillers in there when I was in the beginning of my 40s, and I was a business psychologist, and I needed to look
What? So you
smashing.
actually had cosmetic stuff?
Yeah,
The proper fillers?
Proper fillers. You would never expect that, would you?
Yeah.
So you have done it?
I have done it, and it was painful. And she kept on saying to me, 1, 2, 3, pinch, 1, 2, 3, pinch. And in the end, I was like, just stop saying 1, 2, 3, pinch to me, because she did it a lot of times. But I did, yes, and I had some Botox in my forehead.
Yes, because a lot of people have it here, do they? To get rid of that, the frown.
But then we call it the worry wrinkle. We call it in and that with the cosmetic acupuncture, you can kill that completely. So. But then I went for the fringe instead. So
you see, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a fringe.
I'm lucky. I've got a really smooth forehead, so I haven't got that.
You have.
No, I've never had any hair. No,
never any Botox.
Have you ever? I can remember I went to this party one night, and I I thought it was funny. I was telling this joke to this guy.
I can imagine what you're going to say.
Honestly, right? So there's a few of us, and he was in his 50s at the time, and I think he'd had a complete facelift. So I think I'm being really funny, and everybody else around me's laughing, and I'm looking at him, and I went, "Did you not find me funny?" And he went, "Yeah, I'm laughing." Actually, how you're absolutely not laughing, and that's I think for me. That's the bit I wouldn't like. I wouldn't like your facial expressions to disappear.
Yeah.
And it does, though. I mean, when you do see people who continue and continue and
It's
continue.
too much.
Too much and for too long.
Yeah.
And I think my other worry is that you're actually, Botox is a poison. And it's actually the most poisonous poison there is in the world. What the poison you make it from. There's only very little inside. Yeah. But still, and it was made to kill pain. If you had pain in shoulders or anything, you got a shot of Botox
I was offered Botox. Well, because obviously, having had 6 children, things down there are perhaps
a little bit slack.
No, I've got a new one, but I can't get a new bladder. The other bits are new, the bits you see or you don't see, but that's another show. Anyway, so I've always had these bladder-ish issues, I need a pee and I need it now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the consultant in England, he wanted to do Botox in my nunny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
And it was going to be 20 injections in there, and I just thought,
oh my dear.
Oh,
there was no.
I just didn't know.
No, I'd be worried because no one's been down there for a while, so I'd have a bit of a panic if somebody's there.
Oh, that was big. No, mine's super duper.
Oh, okay, it's all intact.
Wonderful.
I've got no idea what mine's like, so if anybody would like to come and tell me.
This is the second time around, obviously. Obviously I have got a new one that I'm gradually wearing in, but I don't think it's going to get worn out like the first one did.
Oh, okay.
Obviously those bloody kids.
Yeah, bloody kids.
You've
got a lot to answer for.
Don't have 6 children, anyone.
No. And isn't there a new thing? There's something, I don't know what it's called, where they...
the threads.
Yeah, what is that?
They put threads under your skin, like here. And
like a real thread?
Yeah, and they literally lift you up. Look at that. And it's to get rid of your
It's
double
making
chin
me
and
feel
stuff.
sick.
To get rid of your double chin. And they pin you sort of up here. They take it back from here, and it does. It gets rid of your double chin.
But how does it stay there? You
They tie a knot in it, and they stitch it.
Oh.
No, I would never have that done because luckily I don't have too much of a wobbly. I haven't got any wobbly.
Well, not yet. No, let's not rule anything.
I am so lucky. I'm fat everywhere apart from my face, and I've got high cheekbones.
Yeah,
my arse is a different story, but
Nice to have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking of artists. Let's talk about artists.
Oh,
because my daughter, I'm always mentioning her, and she watches it all the time.
Danielle.
My daughter was wanting to go to Turkey and have some fat taken from her tummy. To put in a bottom so that she's got the Kardashian bottom.
They do that now.
Because that's quite the in thing, isn't it? To have, she hasn't because she's been working out in the gym and she's got a lovely bottom.
But I think,
whatever you call it, from working out in the
buttons
gym.
are more in than
But
boobies
some
at the
people
moment.
do that, don't
Yeah.
they? They have the fat removed and put somewhere else.
Yes.
I just would like it removed.
But it's your own
just
period.
removed and gone.
Yeah.
On the bin.
Exactly.
Why put it
else?
Yeah, because when I had my breast surgery and they were talking about, obviously I had breast surgery for cancer, not because of not new boobs or anything. Boobs are down there, like on the floor somewhere without scaffolding. But when I had the breast surgery, they were talking about if I needed like a double mastectomy or anything, they could take fat from somewhere else and skin and all that. And I was praying, please God, let them give me a tummy tuck.
Yes.
And new boobs. And
did you ask for that?
Do you know what? It'll be worth it. I did mention it to the oncologist and he just laughed and said, don't be silly or something like that. Very serious. And when I came to, him and Rob were talking about faulty towers.
Oh.
So no, it didn't actually work.
Really give a monkey's
no,
about
they
then,
didn't care about me.
No.
At all. I was thinking they would, but I would. That's the only thing I would have done. I would have a tummy tuck.
Because help me out with this one. I love watching trashy programs, and I like to watch the Real Housewives of everything. Yeah.
God.
So I watch them, and they're all out drinking and eating every day. Aren't they? They're all at parties, and I think, how have they got such flat stomachs? Because They're our age, so how are they managing?
tucks.
They're out for...
Must be.
I think they
Tummy
either
tucks
have
and
that or
liposuction.
they just go for liposuction. So they go out for dinner for a month with all their friends. And then
go...
Yeah. Because most of them's husbands are plastic surgeons or something, aren't they? And they have it all stuff.
Very, very rich.
So I'd be happy with that. That is what I would do.
No,
so that I can carry on eating, go out.
I would love
went
it.
out and had
Well,
fish and
can't be
chips last
healthy.
night.
I mean, come on. One thing is the looks. But I mean, there is a body. It needs to be healthy. We can't just do that. I'm sure, even if they look slim and smart, I mean, the body isn't healthy, is it? And what kills you is not the wrinkles you have in your face. You know, it's your organs or whatever.
I just
inside.
need you to bring it back into perspective.
No.
We need to go a bit deeper.
No,
people.
no. I must be very superficial because I would love a tummy tuck. I really would. I'd love to have liposuction on my big fat old love handles.
Yeah.
My big
But then
bottom.
what else is Rod grabbing hold of then?
There's still going to be plenty
And
left.
talking of Rod grabbing hold of you, is that I left my own?
I thought I saw one as well. Yeah, what is that? What
He
is
was
that?
back from an absence of 2 weeks yesterday. Which was
And you're sure
lovely.
that's not a love
It's
bite?
not a love bite. No.
That's how a not
That's another
love
show
bite
again.
look.
But-
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe his oranges aren't quite so juicy this morning as they were the morning
Okay,
before.
you go on, see. You squeezed the hell out of him last night, did you?
Oh, poor Rodney.
Poor Rod.
Bless him. Oh. No, he brought me a lovely present back as well.
Did he?
He got me a bottle of perfume, a nice bottle of
Yeah,
Chanel.
lovely.
I know, he felt a bit hard done by actually, because I sent him a text and said, like, how far away are you from the duty-free counter? Do you think you could take a little detour? Pick me up a nice body lotion or something.
Yeah.
He didn't read the text. He just saw Chanel number 5 and thought,
that's-
and he bought a bottle of nice perfume.
Nice, you
And I
see?
said you could have got away with about a quarter of that, what that cost.
Yeah, bless him. He's a
Devastating.
keeper. He's a
Yes,
keeper. My son, if ever I'm flying back to the UK, he knows what time I'm going to be at the airport when I leave Faro, and he sends me photos of the actual aftershave. So he doesn't even. Suddenly on my phone, there's a picture of what he wants.
Like
it's a lot
gentle hint.
easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Little
So
gentle hint.
if money was no object, ladies, okay, let's just throw this one in. Money was no object, and we could have something done to enhance our beauty already. Ava, what would you have done?
And it wouldn't be unhealthy for me.
And it wouldn't be unhealthy.
It wouldn't
Let's
be
pretend it's not going to be unhealthy.
If it wasn't unhealthy,
pretend,
Let's pretend.
it's not unhealthy. Well, I would the tummy for sure. Yes.
Okay.
But a tummy tuck.
Tummy
Tuck.
suck. Yes.
Yes.
I did put on a lot of weight since
A suck, not a tuck.
I haven't got a clue of the difference.
Well, a tummy tuck is when they literally cut you there, and they sort of cut the excess.
Like
off
get a
and-
scar.
Yes,
yes,
when you have a
yes.
scar,
No.
you don't want a scar.
In your sort of cesarean line down
No.
there.
So what is it if I don't want the scar?
That's
Where
a
they put it in
liposuction.
and
Liposuction.
That's what I would get.
Liposuction.
Liposuction.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah.
I did put on a lot of weight since I quit smoking. I put on 30 kilos.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
6 stones.
That does
That's
happen,
a lot of
doesn't
money.
it? Yeah.
So I got a big bum, but I like the big bum, so I'll keep that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Big
what else?
bum's
Yes,
good.
I would get this. You know.
Lifted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would do that. Yeah.
Okay.
An eye lift.
Exactly.
Eyebrow lift.
They would
yeah.
cut eyebrow lift or
Yes.
whatever this. They cut away this.
Yeah.
Yes, because as we get
Yes.
older, our lids are kind of like...
Yeah, and I can feel
I mean,
my
I-
eyes being heavy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would
Good
you
one.
have done?
I think
Doesn't-
I'd be the same,
Yeah?
actually. I think tummy tuck maybe not so much for me, or
You don't really have
liposuction.
a tummy.
I mean, I would. I went out last night, had fish and chips, bottle of wine. You know, it's not great, is it? So
It's nice, though.
It was nice, yeah. But I think if I could just have the one thing, I
Yes.
think if I could have everything, then I think I would.
No, you
have
can
that.
choose. I choose two. You can choose
But
two.
for me, it would be my eyes as well.
To
lift
get 'em
my
up.
eyes up, to stop them dripping over. Because
Yeah.
as I get tired and I've gone out and I've had a few to drink and I look at photos, I think like, oh.
And it makes you
I mean,
look a
eyes
bit
open or
more
not,
fresh.
you know, everything, it all hangs over, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
And then my lines, my laughter lines again.
You don't
yeah.
like the lines.
No, because,
No, I think
well,
they're
like Dawn's
beautiful.
pointed out, I've got a lot of them.
Oh, the forehead.
Well, you
The
know,
forehead. Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I don't want to do, though, is to look like I've got a plastic.
Oh no,
No,
that's the thing.
no,
because,
no.
because people, well, I know various people who their what do you call it? Décolletage is all wrinkly,
Wrinkly, yes.
and they've got this.
Yeah.
And then the face
baby
is
smooth.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely
baby
silly.
smooth.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
No,
so
I-
I think for me,
yeah.
perhaps this area,
Yeah.
here.
That would be your choice.
Yeah, that would be my choice.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I'd have a tummy tuck.
Oh, your tummy
and
tuck.
liposuction.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
Yeah,
I could
okay.
probably feed a third world country for several years.
Okay.
With the
But
fat
generally,
coming
are
out
we
of me.
happy with ourselves,
Very,
ladies?
yes.
Because I think it's a very individual thing, isn't it? And I think
yeah.
it's more important that I think beauty comes within, doesn't it? And I
Absolutely.
think, how many girls do we see, ladies that we see, that have had so much work done and they look stunning, but actually their personalities and
They're horrid, yeah.
are horrid, aren't they?
But also very shallow,
Come,
yeah.
It does come within.
Of course it does. And to take the psychological aspect, I mean, if we were all happy in our own skin, there would be no business,
very true.
nobody would go
very
there
true.
because we would just think, well, I got a lovely personality, I'm a good girl, I'm a good guy, whatever.
Yes.
So it's all because it's so superficial, like we said, and also because people are insecure. And I think with all, I don't know, social media and everything,
there
it's
is
the perfect...
so much peer pressure.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But you think when we were kids, we're all the same sort of age. When we were kids, there was no social media, and you just, I don't know, we all had our Jackie and Bunty magazines
that
or
was
whatever,
it, wasn't it? That was
and you
it.
saw stuff in there,
Yeah.
and it wasn't the same pressure.
No.
I
can
don't
remember
feel
just
so.
wearing a little bit of blue eyeshadow. I didn't wear any
Everyone had
foundation.
blue eyeshadow.
A bit of blue eyeshadow and lip gloss.
Yeah,
that was it.
cherry lip gloss.
Yeah, and then the most ridiculous perms. The ages
Oh, the perms are
I've got photos.
Oh my word, me too. I mean,
And do you remember the blue mascara?
Yeah.
I was wearing
loved
that.
that.
Oh, yes.
Loved all of that. Loved it. And I think there's a lot of cosmetic surgeries that perhaps for health reasons. I mean, a friend of my mum's had a very big nose. I mean, very big nose. And they all went to see Freddie Starr one evening at the local theatre. And she's walking in a bit late, goes and sits down, and he goes, "Oh, Concorde's on the way in." Like Concorde's landing in the theatre. You know, so
How funny.
So something like that, you know, I think I'm going back to the 70s.
Yeah.
Nobody had anything done,
No.
did they?
And
Then,
they looked
so
nice at that time.
I think for things like that, if you
Yes.
had something and this is what I find everything else a little bit superficial, because I think if you had something like, a lot of people have birthmarks and things
Yes.
on their faces, and you know, big moles or something, or and I think everybody else just seems so superficial,
But it's
just
true.
having little bits
Yes.
done. Actually,
There was a really interesting thing recently in the news. It was about an American mummy who had a little baby boy, and he was born with one of these big port wine stains on his face.
Yeah.
Now, she has been criticised so heavily for having it's a birthmark, you know, having it removed or dulled down as much as she can. And she said she did it, one, for medical reasons, because apparently they can, not always, but turn, and listen, I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me, but as far as I remember, they can turn nasty. But she said she did it as well for him, for his confidence with she says, you know, as much as people go, "Oh no, own it, be proud," and all that rubbish, you know, it's going to single him out. It's going to make him look different.
Unfortunately.
And there was a woman on there who's in this article whose little boy had been born with Down syndrome. And again, she had some surgery done on him. And, you know, because his Downs was so... It was such a low category, so that she didn't want him labelled, and she just wanted him to have the most normal life. Now that sounds awful, like I'm saying I've got a little niece with Downs, and she's the most wonderful, beautiful little girl ever. Yeah. But Laura's like a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old, so she's a baby girl. Whereas this kid he was going to grow up and he was going to be a young adult, and it was fine. So to give him that advantage by taking that stigma away from him, and let's face it, people are cruel. So I think
people are cruel, but I have to say I find
thing.
that very sad.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But as a mum, if I had one who was, if I was in the same position as that lady, where my child was not mentally affected so much by the Downs, I don't know. I think I would consider it, I think, but not for a little one like my little niece, because she's just perfect the way she is, because she's a little baby girl.
Of course, and they have the most perfect lives. I think if I'd have given birth to a really ugly baby, I'd have swapped it in the hospital. Just saying. Luckily, my kids are very, very gorgeous.
Very beautiful,
but I'd have been perhaps swapping them around. You know, like years ago, you'd have them all in one room once you'd given
just
birth.
got a different one.
Oh, that one.
Oh, I'll have that
one's
one.
Nice. That one's
Whoosh,
pretty. I like that.
Yeah.
Just done that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So on that note, Leslie's lovely little bombshell there. If anyone's got anything that they'd like to say about cosmetic surgery or any enhancers or anything you want to discuss, you know, talk about, or say, "Oh, you missed this bit out, you missed that bit," do tell us. There's a comment section where you can also subscribe to at the bottom of our YouTube channel. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time, kids.
Bye.